Hi everyone, it's Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this pick a card reading. What do your spirit guides want you to know? Now I have to be honest with you, at first I was thinking the title was going to be, what does your astrology want you to know? And I thought maybe it'd be better if I just say, what do your spirit guides want you to know? But I'm going to be using Oracle from the angelics, but also astrology and tarot in your reading to pull through some more specific messages, well, from your spiritual team, whomever they are. So you have 4 different piles to choose from, as usual, or you can choose the crystal. Group number 1 is an orange calcite. Group number 2 is a dragon's blood jasper. Group 3 is an angel or a quartz. Or group number 4 is a pink calcite. So choose whichever pile or piles are getting your attention the most. And let's find out what spirit guides want you to know right now. Group 1. Hi, Group 1. If you were attracted to my amazing orange calcite crystal. Wow, did you just see that orb down here? Okay. Hello to the orbs as well. So the orange calcite is your creative source. It's creativity. It's your sacral chakra. It's also spontaneity. And if you were drawn to this color card from your spirit guides, they're wanting you to know that spirit healers and helpers are with you now. But let's take a look at this image for a minute, because it looks like a person embracing or holding. At first I thought that was a fox, but now I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe you can make sense of what that is. Okay. But spirit healers and helpers are with you. I'm going to put this over here. And we are going to pull some more cards for you. So what do you need to know? Honestly, you know what I want to do? Here. I did the spread the other day and someone commented that they enjoyed that layout, so I'm going to use it again. Okay. Group 1. What do spirit guides want you to know? First I'm going to shuffle, and then I'm going to pull some cards. There's 1, 2, okay. They're all standing out. Keep your eye on the prize. You have a vision or a goal. Focus on that. You're on the right path. You're on the right track. Trust your intuition. The Tower card. Make sure we can get these all on screen. The 6 of Swords. Okay. And then the Death card. I'm glad I pulled this deck, the Astro Matrix, because it does reference astrology as well. But I'm thinking, for the purpose of this video reading, what your spirit guides or what your astrology is wanting you to know right now, I'm thinking I want to pull 4 more cards, tarot, and put them over here, and then I will pull some oracle. What do you think? There's definitely something ending. The Death card refers to usually Pluto. Well, in this case, it's Scorpio. So Scorpio energy is affecting your life. It doesn't mean you have to be a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. Your rising sign or a progressed sun sign or a progressed moon sign as you age might also be incorporating Scorpio energy right now. So Queen of Swords, see where this is going. The Five of Cups, Judgment, Seven of Pentacles. In the bigger picture, your spirit guides, even your astrology transit. Because the current transit are going to reveal what you're dealing with at the moment. The natal astrology is perfect if you want to understand what you were born with and what your capabilities are. But the transits really bring you the experiences that help you to grow and help you to learn. So what these are saying is that it's really important for you to get out of your mind and start tuning into your heart or your intuition more often. And so death or the Scorpio energy, even with the number 13, could be referring to ego death, especially with Judgment over here. And you have another Pluto symbol here. And you've got a little Mercury, Mars. So it's possible that most of your life you've always just gone after what you want, and maybe you've been living in your head or your mind, or you've been making choices based on your mind and your desires and what you want or what you want to get. You've probably had many choices or options in your life to choose. But right now, spirit guides and your astrology are encouraging you to choose your intuition. Choose to go deeper. Choose to tap into those undercurrents of your emotions. So many of you may have just completed a process of, what would I call this? Emotional freedom, letting go of emotional traumas from the past is very significant here. It's time. Like spirit guides are saying, it's time to let go of that. You have already been enlightened enough with the information that you need to move forward. But the only thing that might be keeping you from moving forward in your life or with anything is going to be you. And when you choose to move forward, it's time for you to move out of that victim mode. And of course, everyone experiences emotions on a different level. And they may have been very traumatic for you. However, your spirit healers and helpers are with you, helping you to align with your higher purpose. And the fastest, most direct way to align with your higher purpose is to rise above those emotional tendencies that might be keeping you in an old pattern even. In fact, there might be a couple of different huge cycles that are ending and beginning for you. Your reality is in the process of changing, but if you're not changing what you're focusing on, if you're not tuning into your intuition or your imagination, your hopes, your dreams, or your future, then eventually I would think it's going to start just dragging you through the mud. There's a saying, let go or be dragged. This is what your spirit guides and your astrology are trying to reveal to you right now. So the number 11 might be popping up in your daily life a lot. The number 13 as well. And honestly, I'm noticing, let me move this over just a little bit, 5, 6, 7, you're on a current path that you are moving out of those lower emotional frequencies in a transitional phase to learn how to trust and follow your intuition so that you can re-nurture yourself or believe in yourself or rebuild your strength, your confidence within yourself. And again, you're the only one who can choose to do so. So let's pull some oracle. Oop, I almost knocked over the other cards. What more messages are helpful for you right now? Group number 1. This one's really wanting to come out. Right? The healing light. The more you can choose to heal, the higher your vibration. The higher your vibration, the more you're going to align with spirit, your intuition, this higher knowing, and beyond. So there's definitely an ego death that is happening. And of course, the ego does not necessarily want to let go of control of anything, does it? I want to go to the healing cards or the healing deck to see what would be most beneficial for you to use at this time of transition, to let go and choose to move forward, embrace this beautiful new life. Look, joy. Joy comes with the number 5 as well. Interesting. Step into the light, heal, release the past, the deep emotion, and you will instantly align with joy. And guess what exists in joy? Unconditional love, hope, support, the angelics, your higher self, spirit guides, freedom from your lower self. So what more does astrology want pile number 1 to know? Twelfth house is a spiritual house. You're definitely in the process of, you're being forced to drop the ego is what's happening here. And the more you just love and honor yourself and you open up to that, the more the ego is going to kind of fade out and no longer have so much control. Or it might just simply want to surrender to those higher powers that be because of the joy. Okay, and Neptune, inspiration. So I'm going to put this right here. When you tune into the inspiration of joy, so many of you might be experiencing a 12th house transit in your current astrology. It doesn't necessarily have to be so, but there might be something moving through your 8th house, which also refers to death and rebirth, cycles, patterns, dysfunction, mediumship. You're definitely at a choice point in your life right now. Group 1, for all of you who are watching Group 1, you're at a choice point, and it is your free will to choose what you wish to attune to, what you wish to align to help you move forward. Because when you choose, you will feel like you have more power and control over this new reality, this new life that is ready to manifest for you. And that's how powerful your creative centers are, your deep inner creativity. You can choose to create a life of joy, inspiration, trust, and even things that I can't imagine for you because, well, this is your life, your choice, your messages. So Group 1, I hope you enjoyed your messages. If you did, please do click the like button. And if you're drawn to another pile, feel free to choose another pile as well. If anyone's ever interested in private readings or coaching, I offer those. My links are all down near the timestamps. Meanwhile, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello there, group number 2. Welcome to your messages for today. What does your astrology want you to know? Or what do your spirit guides want you to know? I wonder what does your destiny want you to know right now? So let's find out. If you were drawn to this oracle card or the Dragon's Blood Jasper, let's take a look at your card. So I'm going to use oracle, tarot, and astrology to try and give you or bring you a deeper understanding of, well, what your guides are wanting you to know more specifically about right now. The message on this card says, success isn't what you have, but it's what you do with what you have. So pile number 2, what do you have and what do you want to do with that? I love the fact that the number 28 is on your card because 28 represents vision in numerology. Your creative mind has the potential to manifest whatever it chooses to focus on the most. And you obviously have a dragon spirit guide as well, if you chose the dragon's blood jasper. So let's get into your cards. I decided in pile 1, it's probably just better to start with the tarot. This is the Astro Matrix. What is it that your spirit guides are wanting you to know the most right now? There are, is there 2 cards or 3? Okay. It kind of felt like there were 3. What do you need to know? Group 2. And there's also this side. It's like, where is it that you're going? Where are you heading? What do you need to know? There's the King of Cups, the Magician. You have the power to manifest your happily ever after. Wow. You have the 10 of Cups, you've got the Empress, and what we're in pile number 2. What are you wishing for? Pile number 2. You have the power to live happily ever after. But it's something that you called to you. Okay. Very important message. Let's look at your other cards. There's 10 of Wands, King of Wands, the Moon, and Justice. So, okay, I have to be honestly and direct here. So you have the power to live the life that you're dreaming of. So manifesting the alchemist, the magician, there's something that you are emotionally desiring. And so for, obviously, it could be a marriage partner or a family or having a child or something else, right? It could be Prince as well. That's who I think of every time I see this King of Cups card. But here's the thing. Success isn't what you have. It's what you do with what you have. And over here, these cards are saying more specifically that when you are too assertive or too impatient in the process of waiting for this person or this wish to come true, sometimes you will needlessly and maybe even without thinking choose to say yes to whoever approaches you at any given time. Because if you're looking for attention or you want to be loved and maybe there's nobody around and suddenly there's someone coming out of the blue and they're declaring their love 100% to you, keep in mind, someone who declares this kind of love usually has other motivations in mind. And if you say yes to a person, any person, just because maybe you don't want to be alone, it usually somehow ends up biting you in the butt. Justice is served. And so what's happening for you and what your spirit guides, what your astrology are wanting you to become aware of right now is that your needs and your desires and what it is that you're longing for to have in your life, this, to me, it just feels like love, acceptance. You want to experience true love and to feel loved by others. However, if you're too quick to accept just anyone, then sooner or later you're going to start learning from your experiences and your choices and jumping into a situation before you even know the individual on a deeper level. So sometimes when you choose boldly without thinking, and this is definitely, Aries energy, Aries just wants to go and do and doesn't really think before they take action or speak or feel or anything. So I don't really know how much Aries you have in your personality, but these are the messages here. So if there is someone right now that is trying to get your attention, maybe you are going to pick a card readings wondering if this is the one. But do you even know this person that is giving you attention? there's something deeper there that they want that they're not revealing to you. So spirit guides right now and your astrology group number 2 are trying to warn you that a certain individual may not necessarily have your best interests in mind. In fact, the quicker, the faster that they can get you, the quicker, faster that they can move along and be on their merry way as well. And I know this is like a very direct message. So it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. Success, your vision, your goal, what you're trying to manifest. So it's also really important for you to know what you are worthy and deserving of. And it's also really important, your spirit guides, your astrology even, want you to know that the one that deserves you may not necessarily be just that next person or right around the corner. It is worth your time to be patient in the process and waiting, not rushing into a relationship. Okay, so I want to pull some more cards from the Oracle to get a little bit more specific messages for you. Group number 2, what are your spirit guides and your astrology transits wanting you to know right now? Okay. Professional assistance. So I don't know if there's someone that you work with that you're interested in, or maybe they showed interest in you. Still, the message here, the clear message is this is not the love of your life. There might be sexual attraction, but this person is not the one for you. They can help you at work and with career. But what is your initial response or your reaction when you met this person? Did you feel a blob in your gut? Did you pull away? Or was there something else deeper that was calling you in? Because sometimes if you meet someone and there's an energy and you're really curious and you're wanting to know more, it has to do with a past life connection, which does not necessarily mean that it's meant to be happily ever after in this lifetime. There's usually a lesson or something to be learned by making a decision too quickly. So take your time to discern, what feels right. Try not to rush into a situation. You're smarter than that. That's what your spirit guides are saying. You're smarter than that. So let's pull some more oracle cards for you. Group number 2. Wow, this one's wanting to flip around, so let's just grab it. Transfiguration. So it's a challenge, it's an opportunity for you to rise above the situation. Even here, there's a snake wrapped around a tower, right? With the flames. It's like sudden, unexpected, but yeah, this person might sting you. So caution is really important for you to take. Hopefully, I hope that you will listen to that. Group number 2, I don't want you to be hurt. You don't deserve to be hurt. So you deserve, especially if someone is really persuasive, you know what I mean, then if they're willing to wait, then it will be worth the wait. So maybe make them wait before giving the farm away, because if they are the right one, they will wait. Versatility. Interesting how we're just talking about sexual attraction in this card. I'm sorry. No, I have never tried that position before. It's making me laugh because I'm thinking seriously. So be flexible. Give it time. Learn more information about this person. See how flexible they are. See how willing they are to wait for you, to be patient. Because obviously that's going to speak its truth on its own. They might be thinking, maybe not with this head, but perhaps another one, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Pile number 2. So let's pull some random astrology oracle. What does your astrology want you to know right now? So honestly, there are situations arising in your life that are they're encouraging you, they're testing you to see if you're going to trust your intuition or if you're just going to leap into something or say yes without knowing more information. And so that's the bigger picture here. So what more do we have? There's Leo. Of course, because this person might be so amazingly charming and confident and persuasive. Or, maybe this is you. Maybe you just want to have a little bit of fun. And, that's entirely up to you if you want to have some fun. Just don't bring your heart into it. And one more. I don't really need the house, but okay, your spiritual values. This kind of makes sense. If you want to take a chance, make sure that they are worthy of having you. Unless, of course, you just don't care and, that's on you. Planets, okay, Mercury. So there is like a little bit of trickery here, and this person might be very persuasive. Trust me, I have met this individual. Trust me, I have felt the feels in the past, and especially the ones that are charming, and you're like, oh, it's like, oh my, well, what's going on here? But don't allow this charming energy to fool you. And the bigger picture, this is what spirit guides are wanting you to know, and your astrology. It is very possible with the Magician here, and especially if you are really wanting someone to love, to come into your life, to have family, to have children, or happily ever after, or for whatever reasons, you can still attract. You're going to attract more than what you want or who you might need, depending on what you're doing or what kind of rituals or remedies. You might just start attracting. It's what you do with what you have, right? Your rituals, your remedies, you're probably just attracting anyone and everything, but ultimately it's up to you to dig deeper, get more information, understand their reasons, what they want there before making a really quick decision to jump into a situation or relationship just for non-essential reasons or purposes. All right, this is the best way I can interpret these cards. I hope you enjoyed your video reading today. Group number 2, if you did, please do click the like button. Thanks for supporting my YouTube channel. If you were drawn to another pile, there may be more messages for you. And if not, then I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3. If you were drawn to the Angel Aura Quartz, welcome to your messages. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? What does your astrology want you to know? What does your destiny want you to know? We're about to find out. So if you were drawn to this card, the message here says, don't fear change, embrace it and grow. And then here's the universe, and then there's that little itty bitty you here down on the earth. Don't fear change, embrace it and grow. I'm going to put these up here like that because we need room. Let me fix that. Okay, we are using the Astro Matrix, similar to the pick a card that I did the other day. I'm going to pull some cards out to get some messages for you, and then I'm going to pull some Oracle. It's not that one. It's, oops. Group 3. All right, I'm not thinking. And then here's a Page of Swords. Yes, you are. You are thinking, Sabrina. Group 3. And what does group 3 want? Oh, well, What is Akashic Record? No, that was the other video I did this morning. What? Okay, let me put the cards down so I can think. What's wrong with my brain all of a sudden? Okay, what do your spirit guides want you to know? Your astrology, your transits, your destiny want you to know. Don't fear change, embrace it, and grow. Why? Because you have to. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. Oh, it's time for you. It's time for more. Seven of Wands. Page of Swords. Okay, it's time for something new. It's time for you to learn something new. But from a grounded perspective. So this is almost like in your last cycle or life lesson or experience, you dealt with some deep, heavy emotions or feelings of not being fulfilled or maybe even abandonment. Some of you may have been feeling isolated or not having enough or not feeling worthy enough. So I really don't know what kind of experience or lesson you've been navigating, but the whole process of this has been teaching you or trying to get you to learn how to trust your intuition so that you can pull yourself out of this cycle to connect with a higher power, your higher mind, and move forward in life. I'm noticing that you've got double Leo here. So it's time in your life for you to start having more fun. So your life is changing. But if you're still holding on to the past, and Leo is a fixed energy, so is Taurus for that matter. And I don't know if these are your sun signs. These are just archetypes that also influence your astrology transits. Depending on the planets that are transiting those particular zodiac signs, that's how this also affects your life and your experiences. Embrace the change and grow. So there's Three of Wands. Wow. The Four of Wands. The World. Wow. So there might be change happening in your life. I'm thinking you might be experiencing changes within yourself, the way you're thinking, your patterns, your beliefs. You're definitely moving out of this yucky phase, and you're now on a path of empowerment. But change inspires you to move forward, feeling inspired, feeling empowered, feeling like you are enough, bringing you with this confident and this new mind, new ideas, new intentions. And so right now, this Three of Wands might be you. You might be wondering what's changing or what is next or what's going on. Some of you might be searching for a new home. Some of you might no longer know where you belong. And honestly, I really don't know what kind of experiences you have recently been navigating. But these are pretty deep because you're going from feeling isolated, lonely, left alone, or unworthy, right? Or having no power or control over your life or your situation, into more freedom, celebration, acceptance, wholeness, and emotional fulfillment. This is why your spirit guides want you to embrace whatever is changing in your life, because you are growing. I think the kids nowadays are calling it a glow up. So I call it a leveling up in your life, onward and upward towards, well, more experiences, but this next phase that is trying to get you to pay attention to or to say yes to it I feel like it's going to bring you the opportunity to have so many adventures. How many of you want to travel? Again, how many of you want to move or at least travel? Feeling content, strong, confident, on your own even if you are single. But this is you, this new phase, this new opportunity is you knowing how to fulfill yourself and finding happiness in the things that you choose to do every day. So no more of the yuck, but sometimes the mind wants to hold on to that because the brain keeps wanting to figure out how to resolve everything even if it's a past timeline. Isn't it funny how memories and thinking in the brain keeps going back to that situation, that you couldn't stand up for yourself, or you couldn't defend yourself, or maybe you couldn't say goodbye to someone, or there's something there that you felt like you didn't have the opportunity to speak up or defend yourself. And that again is the past. So some things must be mentally let go of, especially when your brain keeps going around in circles, reminding you of this. So it happens to all of us. But there's something new, something is changing, and it's trying to inspire you, to encourage you, to embrace these changes. So Jupiter is here. You also have double Aries. And so, okay, I'm thinking something significant is probably going to be happening by the time the sun goes into Aries, which is less than 30 days. So is Venus. So you're moving into a time of your life where you're having more fun. Okay. What more do spirit guides want you to know? Besides, don't fear the change, embrace it and grow. I think it's really important for you to just change your mind, choose to go with the flow, right? Align with that higher connection. Whatever you choose that to be, allow it to guide you, to inspire you. Of course, the sacred temple. So this is your spiritual path, the spiritual journey that you're on. Change. Oh, even that has the number 5, the number 5, the number 5. So this has been a spiritual cycle that you've been growing through. And I don't know how long this cycle has lasted for you. But I know my recent one that was resonating with this lasted for me 10 years. Literally, it dragged me through the mud. Literally, I think my mind, my brain, my memories just kept dragging me through the mud. So if you can embrace change, new beginnings, something is trying to pull you forward into a life where you're having more fun. Of course, you gained wisdom from your experiences. Well, we all do. The number 28 showed up in pile number 1, I think. Okay. I'm looking at the cards now. There's 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Or 5, 4, 3 is one of your lucky numbers. But 28 is your vision. So time to choose a new intention, a new vision, a new future. Imagine a new future. And this is the perfect time to imagine a better future. Imagine yourself in the life that you want to be living, that you're ready, and say yes to, because change can happen overnight. So if you want to move somewhere else, then it's really important for you to have your bags packed, because if this happens overnight, will you be ready to go? Something to think about. Oh, I was starting to talk about Mercury right now is transiting Pisces, which is making it easier for the brain to get more imaginative or creative or dreamy. Assertion. See, there's definitely something happening with Sun in Aries. So I don't want to say it's a warning. You're getting plenty of notice that something significant is going to help you move forward. It could be a new huge cycle or phase or something else that's liberating you. The sun is going to be in Aries. When does the sun enter Aries? March 21st, I think. 20th? 3, 4, 5. March, April, May. Interesting. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. I think I want another one of these cards. So what more does group 3 need to know? What do spirit guides are wanting you to know? Oh, check this out. So now I've got a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? These might be referring to your astrology transits, especially if the sun over the next few months are transiting your second house, third, fourth, fifth. The 6th house could also be referring to you moving into another location or moving into another home. Acquisition, you are, The ability to acquire something. Acquisition is usually something that you purchase or obtain. But the second house, having everything that you need, the resources that you need. Okay. Oh, so here's another, so Sun in Taurus. I think these are referring to your astrology. It would be really helpful for you to look to see where Taurus is in your astrology chart, where Aries is, because this is giving you a timeline, honestly. If you want me to use my personal astrology, I will. Okay, I will, for the sake of pile number 3, right? So, okay. In my natal chart, I technically have, I have both Aries, Taurus in my second house, my third house. And so this has to do with employment opportunities, income, acquiring what you need. And also the third house would be getting information or receiving communication or an idea, traveling in your community, or even making a move or a short-term trip or something to that effect. But Jupiter is also blessing you right now in your life. Saturn with the World card is saying that you've just completed, or you're in the process of completing, a huge life lesson cycle. It could be a Saturn return for some of you too. I feel like your spirit guides in your astrology are wanting you to prepare for huge change that's going to be happening very soon in your life, even less than 30 days from now. So let's pull some astrology oracle for group number 3. The Sun again. So this is a positive new beginning. The Sun is rising again. Happiness, joy, prosperity, good times, having fun in your life. No more deep yuck lesson experience. That's gone. That's in the past. Embrace the change. Allow it to help you grow. So maybe whatever you're fearing right now, when you embrace it and you allow it to change you, it's helping you to shift into this new timeline. Or look at this, you've got 4th house. What makes you feel secure? Your home, support, your beliefs. 4th house can also refer to family, if that's a significant message for you. But if you don't have any kind of planets transiting your 4th house, then it doesn't really have anything to do with your family or your ancestors or that sort of thing. It's more about you choosing to believe that you are worthy of this lifestyle that you're ready to live. That's what this means. So the natal astrology, okay. And so this is your relationships with everybody else. So honestly, this is where Venus comes into play, because Venus, about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, Venus began its 9-month transit as an evening star, which is kind of shifting your perspective and your relationships. So there are many things that are changing for you, group number 3, but these are all positive changes. So I'm hoping that you can look to the bright side. You can gain optimism, try to visualize or imagine the life that you are ready to live. Tell your spirit guides, universe, that you're ready, that you're prepared. Even if this is going to require you to move somewhere else, try to tell your ego brain that it doesn't need to try and solve that problem from the past anymore. I know, easier said than done, but sometimes this is where Archangel Michael can be very helpful. Or violet flame, cutting cords, that sort of thing. Everything from your past has helped you, honestly, not only to gain more wisdom and knowledge and experience, but also it's trying to help you to create a new vision, a new life, a new future for yourself. And even here you've got Pluto and Jupiter blessing this new beginning, this transformation, this happiness, this fulfillment. Wow. Something just said, look on the bright side. All right. Group 3, I hope you enjoyed your messages today. If you did, please do click the like button. I'm wishing you a fantastic day. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. If you were drawn to another pile, then it's perfectly fine for you to choose another pile. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Hey there, group number 4. If you were drawn to the pink calcite crystal, or you were drawn to this image, welcome to your messages for today. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? What does your astrology want you to know? What does your destiny want you to know? Okay, messages for group number 4. The message on this card says, you have the ability to affect your own destiny. I love the imagery on this card. Like, here's the sun in the background, and then there's you. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. So I'm thinking your current transits want to reveal a message for you. So what do you need to know? Group number 4. So we're using the Astro Matrix. And I'm going to create a spread similar to like I did the other day. There was a viewer who said they enjoyed that kind of interpretation, so I'm going to use that again. What's this card? It was stuck to the other one. Should we keep it? Group number 4. What does group number 4 need to know from the spirit guides? There's 4 cards over there. There's going to be 4 cards over here. Put that over there. Okay. You have the ability to affect your destiny. A lot of messages with pentacles here. Pentacles generally are energy. It's abundance. It's magic. It's inspiration. So you've got the 4, the Knight, the Queen. Wow. And then the 2 of Swords. Okay. Oh, you're holding on to something that is ready to be released, but maybe you're afraid to let go of that. Is it an old safe spot, or something that's been keeping you safe, or something that you're holding on to that's been reliable? Needs to be released, but you're not quite sure what to do with the situation because you don't know what your other options are. Okay. The good news is there are more options, but if you're not looking for new options, then if you're not looking for a new or a different direction now, then you're not going to see this opportunity that's right here in front of me. And look, it's another pentacle. Okay, with the Chariot. Oh, so something has been nagging your intuition. And I know that it's easier for some than others to trust their intuition. Even I had to go through a process of learning how to trust my intuition, or even my spirit guides for that matter. I always end up going back to my gut or my emotions, but I connect like 100% with my emotion. And only in recent years have I realized that some people are just able to tuck away emotion and not even deal with it. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Because my emotions have been my delight through my entire lifetime. I love emotions. So you have the ability to affect your own destiny right now. Group 4, open your eyes, pay attention. There's something. So there's an old support system, or this could be a personal relationship too, that's been supporting you financially. And it could be your job, your corporate career. It could be that paycheck. Honestly, so the direct message I have to be honest with you. The direct message is coming through. If you don't choose to let go of this and to find something new, eventually this is going to drop you. It's no longer going to be supporting you. So right now you have the ability to jump ahead of the game and use your intuition to really seek out better options, because there are better options that are trying to present themselves to you. And it's very possible that someone, or there's a job opportunity. It really, what matters most is how this is affecting your personal life, of course. Because if you're concerned about your financial security, then of course this is a scary decision that you are facing right now. Okay, let's pull some more cards to get a little more specific information, and I will come back to these. There's the number 77 is here. Very significant. You also have the number 44. So you're being guided. There's like a deep inner truth, and your angels are guiding you. Okay, your higher self. I know your higher self is really wanting to try something, but maybe you're afraid to let go of the other and take that leap. But eventually, it's either you take that leap or universe is going to like pull that rug out from under your feet and force you into the water to start swimming. And I'm saying that I'm not laughing at you, by the way, but I'm laughing because, well, that's what happened to me. And so it's like when something suddenly ends. And so, for example, like many people right now, especially in the US, corporations are laying off and they're like, wait a minute. And all of a sudden, something that was supporting you is no longer there all of a sudden. I've definitely, let me get the dust off of here. I've experienced many sudden endings in my life so far. And the worst one for me, I was stuck in my corporate career. I didn't know any other options. I did like my work. I did love the paycheck, but I was really burnt out, honestly, but I didn't know I had any options. And honestly, I had so many bills and everything financed, the new car, the new house. I had everything that I wanted. And then out of the blue, day after Christmas one year, boss comes in and is like, oh, we have to lay off some people, and well, you're getting laid off next, so grab a box and get your things and you can go home, and you'll receive pay through the end of this week, but your insurance will be cut off and everything else will be cut off. And I'm like, deer in the headlight syndrome. Like, what does one do in that kind of a situation? I survived. But it's very startling, and I know that many people, I'm not saying that you are, but many people right now are experiencing this in their own lives, and so my heart goes out to all of them. Look at this. I love the fact you have the lion here, but look at the message. You're protected. Your destiny is protected. Your future is protected. I'm not saying that your current job or your paycheck is protected. It's aligned with your destiny. But this is saying, just keep in mind, there's Pluto here with the sun. There may be some significant change that's happening or shifting in your life soon, but you're still going to be protected, meaning you're going to land on your feet. It might be messy for a bit, but you're still going to land on your feet and take off running, maybe in a completely different direction. But these are just, your spirit guides are wanting you to prepare yourself. The more alert, the more aware you are, then the more you can start thinking about a future goal or a plan B, even in that sense. So just really quickly while I'm shuffling, the time that I was laid off when I had that experience was the last time, oh, you know what? The last time the real estate market crashed in 2007, that's when that happened to me. And I was watching something recently on the internet saying that what we're experiencing this year is similar to what happened back in 2007. So maybe there was a deeper reason why I just shared my story. Yeah, so yes, I was there. I was there at that time. And honestly, it's really the mortgage company's fault. Because, let me put this here, let me come back to this. Back in the day, because I was there, so I worked in that industry for a long time. What happened was the market wasn't moving, houses weren't selling, so mortgage companies started getting creative, and they came up with the 120% mortgage loan. Oh yes, why you can borrow 120% of the value of the property to move into this home. This was also the time where they were all starting to sell the adjustable rate mortgages, and they would hook, line, and sink you because the awesome rate, like 4% interest rate. And you're locked into that interest rate for like 2 years, something like that. But what people didn't know a couple of years after, when the rate went to change, the rate and the monthly payments went up so high that people could no longer afford to make their house payment. That's what happened. That's the beginning of the downfall of the real estate crash in 2007, 2008. And I got total body chills just talking about that. It took me a really long time to get over it, because to me it was kind of personal. I was truly shocked at the individual that laid me off, and they did it with no feeling whatsoever, no care, no concern. They're like, oh, get your stuff and okay, bye-bye. Like, wow. Good thing I know how to swim. So group number 4, I really don't know where that came from, but it came out, didn't it? It's time for you to find something to fall in love with again in your life. Obviously, there's something here referring to money, your income, your job, your career, your financial stability. If you can create a new vision for yourself or your future, especially if you're feeling uncomfortable or uncertain about your finances, if you can create a way or find a way, something new that you absolutely love, and if this is a job opportunity, or it could be something that you can create on your own, that you can build, this is what's going to carry you through financially for the rest of your life. These are what your messages, your astrology, your destiny are wanting you to know. You have the ability to affect your destiny right now, meaning there's something that you can choose to pursue, but it has to be something that you absolutely love wholeheartedly to create for your future. But there's also some reference here that it's going to require you to tune into your intuition. It's not really saying how or what this is. It's up to you to imagine. So let's just leave it this way. If you can imagine how you wish to retire, or what your future life looks like, how could you imagine your perfect job and your perfect lifestyle, having all the things that you need, feeling comfortable, good in your skin, and your life being in love with life? If you can focus on this and have a visualization or a realization, you may be surprised what kind of ideas are planted or seeded into your mind or your heart. And this is something that's coming from your spirit guides, your higher self, your angels. They are trying to assist you. Let's pull another card. I wonder if this is inviting you to embrace change with an open heart. Aries energy, Venus and Aries. Be brave, be original, be inventive. Okay, you have the power to invent your own destiny using your imagination, your ideas, your visions. You have the ability to change your destiny. I think the bigger messages here are you are protected, somehow, some way. This is just a pick a card reading, right? But there is something else out there that you can pursue or begin or start right now, especially if you are concerned about your financial future. And I'm thinking if you're watching pile number 4, you probably already know what this is. It's been something that you've been thinking about or something that you've been afraid to detach from to pursue something new. But trust me, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And at least it is worthy of you getting more information or dipping your toes into it to see what more you can learn from the situation. Jupiter is also blessing you right now at this time in your life with expanded intuition, expanded vision, but also your own original thoughts and ideas that you can take action on. So is there a business that you've been thinking about creating or committing yourself to? The least that you can do is when you have the time to at least follow through with this plan, this idea, this goal, this project. Set the structure, the platform, the foundation that will support your idea. And even if that's all you do right now, you've already started the process. You're letting the universe, your spirit guides, and your destiny know, okay, this is how I prefer my destiny to be molded towards. This is the direction, the avenue that I am ready to start pursuing. And honestly, you never really know what might happen in the future, that you'll be so grateful that you started this, even if it isn't really active, but you at least started that plan B in advance, and at least in the future, if you need to, you will have something else to step into. You know, worst case scenario, that is. Wow, deep messages today. And I haven't even pulled the astrology oracle. So what does your astrology transit want you to know right now in group number 4? And then I will let you go. So there is, right, second house. There's definitely something here about your finances, what you believe you need, what you believe you are worthy of. So even if some of you are thinking about becoming a minimalist, right, and cutting back, it's easier to cut back and become a minimalist instead of risking losing everything. Easier said than done. Or you can choose to begin a new life. Oh, look at this, Virgo. Could be a healing business. I'm looking for a planet, though. But you can choose to become a minimalist, and then you won't really have any of all those responsibilities in the future because, you know, just something for you to think about. I want this card. Okay, Saturn. Of course. There's an idea for you to take responsibility for. You can start building it now. Be realistic. What is it that you actually would need to be happy in your life, to fall in love with your life, to feel protected? Wow, so there's an awful lot of messages here, group number 4. But the biggest one, you have the power and the ability to affect your own destiny now. Spirit is trying to get you to create a plan B, in the least. Focus on your resources for the future. Try to set yourself up now if you can. Something else for you to rely upon so that you can land on your feet. So that you're at least prepared for the unimaginable. Okay, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed your video today, group number 4. If you did, please do click the like button. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel, and I'm wishing you a fantastic day. I will see you again in another video. Bye for now.